BoxOfficeGold.net. 100th channel view episode.
Special edition.
Special edition.
Live and in full effect. Liver and louder than it's been. 100 channel views, and we're here to bring you a higher level of quality than we ever thought possible.
Yep, and that's why this week we're doing Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Yeah, it's a personal fave of both of ours. And, well, you know, we've done a couple of movies that we just kind of liked, you know, lately. And
this movie's great on so many levels. It's got an amazing cast, a great story. Writing was just off the chain. I mean, the jokes were so well written, and they were delivered so well.
I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm your host, Dan.
And what we're doing here is farting in our pants. Yeah.
Oh.
It's good.
That's a good one.
Oh. Yeah. Don't want to repeat of that little clip we had last time, eh?
No way. It was written and directed by Adam McKay, who is a total badass of writing and directing. And it was also written by Will Ferrell, who also starred in it, as the namesake of the movie, Ron Burgandy.
Want to say something?
Oh, yeah.
Anchorman.
Anchorman was badass. There was a lot of really funny stuff, you know. They took the newsroom 70s styles setting and took a lot of cool guys and made them into really cool characters in the movie. You know, David Koechner played the champ.
It is Anchorman!
The sports guy, you know, and then you had Paul Rudd.
I know what you're asking yourself, and the answer is yes. I have a nickname for my penis.
He was playing Brian Fantana.
Like
He's
oversexed,
yeah,
70s, like,
you know, the hair slicked back, too much cologne, wearing leather jackets and stuff.
Right.
You know, Ron being like the leader of the pack, and then you've got Steve Carell playing this really handicapped,
and I'm what some people call mentally retarded.
Yeah.
Not really sure what even to say about Steve Carell other than he was freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah, random, right? And just like he always just bringing this weird absurdity to the situation. You know, like they said, there's only two things he can do, and that's chase a storm front, and he can't even dress himself. I can't know what the other.
There's a lot of cool cameos in this movie. You know, Vince Vaughn was in there as like the rival. You know, what was his name?
West Mantooth.
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And then you had Ben Stiller from like the Mexican channel.
Yeah,
you know?
Al Español. Telemundo.
Yeah. And Luke Wilson, he was in it too for just a minute.
Yeah.
Remember Tim Robbins?
Right.
He was
talking
another one?
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins.
It was cool. He's made a couple of cameos. He was in Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
He was.
For just a second as that crazy guy that hobbled after Jack Black with a knife.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But it's funny to see him, you know, being an Academy Award winner and being in movies like Shawshank Redemption to do something kind of funny like that.
Yeah, you know, shows his range as an actor.
For sure.
And this movie had a lot of range, but the most it was just ridiculous, funny humor in that 70s newsroom style, you know, breaking stories, you know, piled upon absurdity, you know, just so many different jokes, you know. Jack Black makes a great cameo, you know.
Priceless.
Right? It's just, Baxter, this is too filling.
Throws like a whole burrito.
Throws a whole burrito out the window and just pegs Jack Black on his motorcycle. You gotta see it. Because what we don't do at Box Office Gold is ruin movies. We're all about reviews.
Everybody loves Ron. And all of a sudden, Veronica Corningstone comes into play. You know, it's, what the hell's her name?
Her name's Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
She plays like the powerful woman invading character.
Box Office Gold, we love the chicks.
Always love the chicks. Anchorman came in with a $26 million budget and
it made $90 million.
This just in, it made $90 million.
Major cash.
Major cash influx. $90 million profit.
I wonder how much Will Ferrell made out of that.
How much did Will Ferrell make out of that? Box Office Gold fans, write us in with the answer to that question. We'd love to hear what you think on it.
Because I don't feel like Googling it right now.
No. Box Office Gold fans, we're here for you. But at the same time, we're excited for you to find out things that we want to know.
Yes, sir. It's that time, people, for the rating.
Ratings.
The official Box Office Gold rating of Anchorman. The Legend of Ron Burgandy. You know, I'm coming in with a 9 out of 10. There were so many one-liners that even years after watching the movie, I still find myself saying, you know, and just how good the characters were, you know, even they hate, you know, for example, Brian Fantana, he had a secret compartment where he kept all these different colognes, you know, and you remember there's this scene where Will Ferrell walks out in the middle of the newsroom and he's got a heart on, you know what I mean? It's just, there was a bunch of little tiny things like that were just really funny. The burrito out the window was another really good one, you know, right. Baxter, right. When he gets, well, we don't want to ruin the movie, but it's just, it's really funny.
You know, my review of this movie, I think I'm going to go with an 8.5. Yeah, 8.5, you know, it had everything, had the quotable moments, the hilariousness, has the staying power, you know, very enjoyable, very fulfilling, huge success over comedy. Something you could watch when you were watching it for the first time, you can watch today, no breaking laughs. Huge rewatchability, 8.5. Nice.
You heard it here at Box Office Gold. You know, doing a little bit of a classic, but in honor of the 100th, you know, channel view. You know, subscriber list is growing every day, so we're pretty excited about that. And we hope that you know, keep tuning in for our reviews. And don't forget to check out the Ice House Wrap.
Right.
You know,
it's the best thing that you can do.
We're approaching 50 views with that one, and we're pretty excited about that. You know, but we would like it to be the highest rated video on YouTube. Period. So keep checking it out over and over again.
Over and over and over again. And remember, Box Office Gold viewers, once we get to 1,000 views on Ice House Rap, we're going to release Ice House Rap 2.0 on 1,000 hits.
I am, you know, it's official.
Oh no,
that was the gayest thing ever.
Wow.
You know I like to drink Ice House beer. Don't put it down, I drink it all night, y'all.
From BoxOfficeGold.net, I'm Mike.
I'm Dan.
YouTube that shit.
The nights with 1 or 2, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but then I progress to 3 or 4.